So then, the hike that we're going to do today is the Kandersteg hike, as we call it. We're going up.
This is where the Scout Centre is, and we walked right away from the Scout Centre up here in this valley. And then we went to Waldhaus. We took a break there.
We just entered the Kandersteg Valley, which you can see stretches all the way over there. Some huge mountains. Eventually we're going to go all the way in the back at Ferden. It's going to be quite nice, quite flat most of the time. Quite a lot of forest, quite a lot of shadows. That's going to be nice to walk in. What we have over here is something we call the Kandersteg, which you can see over there. It's a face in the mountains. Yeah. Over here we have a very nice view over the valley. So you can see all the way to the beginning where we started the hike. This is a U-shaped valley, which means that it was made by a glacier.
Then we walked in this valley beside the river all the way to Ferden, second ice cream. And that's 1537 over the seas.
If you look over there, you can see some huts. That's Cafella, that's where we're going to stay tonight. It's going to be quite steep, but not for really long, maybe 45 minutes to an hour max.
Welcome to Cafella.
Today we did around 600 vertical meters. Tomorrow we're going to do 800 vertical meters.
And then we walked like this zigzag, and you can see that it's a lot of meters up here to the Cafella, where we are right now. And that's 1847. So that's our trip.
We have a few fantastic features like electricity. Yeah. It all comes from our own little power station, which is just down there. Was it pointed out to you when you came past the metal little hut? Yeah. Cool. It is hydroelectric and it's just for this building. We also have water. Yes. Yeah. And toilets. Yes. Yeah. Even though they're long drops. It's all good.
Tonight we're staying in the old ammunitions hut, which is where they used to store all the anti-aircraft bullets during the war.
We've been out all day hiking, but we're having spaghetti bolognese and a 3-course dinner.
Here we're cooking meat, and here vegetarian food, and this is for pasta. And I think it would be very delicious today.
Hi everybody! It has been a great day, but the best thing about this day is that it's Nana's 21st birthday.
Here at Kandersteg, we have a special tradition for birthdays, and that tradition is that we sing happy birthday in our own language.
Okay.
Step up on your chair.
Yeah, I got that.
Watch your head.
3, 2, 1.
So we have a reasonable hike to go. It's split up into a number of different sections, and some of them are more challenging than others.
You're good to go. All right, let's get our rucksacks on.
Yeah, yes.
It was a pleasure to meet you all. Tell my parents I love them.
Snow! We have Balmhorn on this side and Hockenhorn on this side, and in the middle we have the saddle. The Lutchen Pass goes right across the saddle, across the middle. So you can get a good idea of the sort of direction we're heading. You see the little hut in the corner over there? That's the start of the meadow section. So you can see more of the Kandersteg Glacier, and if you follow the river down, you see there's like a big border of grey rock. That's because the river is very volatile down here, when it rains heavily or if it's really, really hot, then the river destroys a lot of the valley and the path changes almost daily.
We will continue upwards and then over this glacier.
We are now on the Lochen Glacier. The snow that we've just come across is actually left over from avalanches from Balmhorn up here. The glacier itself, you can't see very clearly because it's covered in rock. If I move this out of the way, underneath it's solid ice. As we go through here, you'll see little water channels, and it gives you more and more evidence of where the glacier is and how deep it is. But we're quite lucky that this one doesn't recede much. So cool, welcome to your glacier. Woo! If you look around you, you can see distinctive different colors of rock. We have very grey rock, we have very red rock. You can also see it in the mountains. There's kind of red strips and grey strips. This is evidence of how the Alps were formed. The red rock is predominantly from the African tectonic plates. The grey rock is from the Eurasian plates, and as they meld together and mash together to form the Alps, you see all these different colours and layers. We're kind of right on the boundary of where the tectonic plates used to be. Guys, welcome to the Lochen Pass hut. 2,690 meters above sea level. Congratulations. Lunchtime!
It feels great to be up here finally after having walked for 4 hours today and 5 hours yesterday. But well, we also need to go down, and we need to go further down than we have gone up. So
Our knees are gonna hurt.
I like the landscape because it has changed a lot. That is really cool.
You know, we've gone from like forest to like gravel path to glacier. It is.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Honestly, I think it went faster than I thought because we were like always talking and walking and
all the fun facts.
and the fun facts.
We're going to Lochen Pass and then we go down this way.
Okay.
Down to the city.
And I think we'll go
Then
down
we
here and take the train
then
back.
we take the bus.
We
here.
take this down here to a place called Kumanalp, and we take the middle path down to Ferden.
Yeah.
Then a bus from Ferden to Goppenstein, and Goppenstein through the train tunnel all the way back to Kandersteg. So we've just completed the Lochen Pass. We've walked all the way from Kandersteg to Ferden, from the Bernese Zuberland to Valais, a different canton.
So this is what Alan and I do as hike guides a couple times a week with guests, different groups of course each time from different countries, which is really cool. The Lochen Pass itself, like we just hiked 18 kilometers and in total 3,000 vertical meters up and down. Yeah,
It's part
really
of the
cool.
it's part of the experience of being here at Kisk. If you're a hike guide, this is what we do. Become a pinky.